So today at the conference, and a little background on myself, I come from the nuclear industry, spent 22 years working at the Salem Hope Creek nuclear power plants. Um, Recently going into leadership role in the IBEW. Some of the things that we discussed today at the conference is kind of discussing with the general public and trying to educate everyone to what the needs and what the future needs of New Jersey are, because I believe everybody's a little off on their timeframes being, the onboarding of solar and battery storage in the 1 to 3 year time frame. The gas fired power plants, they can come online in the 5 to 7 year time frame, and then building a nuclear power plant in the 10-year time frame. And we really need to get shovels in the ground today because those time frames don't change. To help this move faster, what we really need is obviously interest in labor, interest in the workforce, and that is coming. A lot of students now are starting to see that there's a viable future for them working in the trades. And then beyond the trades, it's policy. How can we make policy more, say, rapid? I'm not going to say get rid of it, or ability to streamline and get through what we've created and be able to permit a plant and permit the technology to actually get out there and work, and then put people to work, because it's all a cascading effect. We can't start hiring the next year apprentices until we know what's coming in the future for somewhere for them to go to work. So the biggest help for everybody would be to really first start by educating yourselves, understanding what the power grid is and how the power grid works. Right now, we're dealing with one of the biggest snowstorms that have hit the state in years. A lot of loss of power and different things like that. Smart meter technology is out there that allows a quicker response for the workforce to get out there. But some people don't understand. I've seen online posts recently that are talking about linemen that are sitting staged to go to work. What some people don't understand is we're bringing in linemen from as far away as Tennessee, some of the other southern states, that are sending us workforce to supplement the workforce we have because of the amount of destruction that was hit. And what we don't understand is not every grid is the same. So how we tag out, how we keep each other safe, how we go to work, how we restore power to each person's house. We truthfully, the worker, want to get your power back on as quick as possible, but we also have to do it safe and effectively. I guess my final words would be willing to ask the question and look for the truth. Be willing to talk to multiple sources of people who will get you different information. Different information is not always bad. It can be good. There are multiple sources of power, but what we need to, as a public, is decide what is our direction into the future. Do we want power in the state of New Jersey, or do we want to allow the other states around us to build that power and then send it to us at the cost that they produce it?